The bat rep you are about to watch is a previously uploaded bat rep from the MiniWarGaming vault. But in the vault right now, we have a brand new bat rep where Luke is going to play some Bone Reapers, and I'm going to play some Phoenix Temple, the Phoenicium, in the MiniWarGaming vault right now. We will be playing remotely. Luke is way over there on my monitor. Now remember, if you're not already a vault member, you click the link below. You have a 7-day free trial to watch this new bat rep. For now, enjoy the one we uploaded here.
In a forest not far from Greywater Fastness, in the realm of Ghyran, a strange mist came out. As scouts were sent in, they never returned. It was soon discovered that it was a realm gate into the realm of Ulgu, the realm of shadows. Fearing what might come out, an artillery company led by a rune master, and fearing for the safety of their city, an artillery company was sent through to secure the other side of the realm gate. They entered a dark, shadowy forest, and soon were beset by all sides of a host of Slaanesh who were seeking their god. Retreating back to the realm gate, they must hold long enough to hold off the host of Slaanesh so they can secure Greywater Fastness.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Age of Sigmar Battle Report.
Decided I want to try a new army. The Cities of Sigmar have been calling to me for quite a while. So what I want to do, theoretically, over the next few battle reports that I'm going to play, unless something new and shiny comes out, is to go through some of the different cities and try out some armies that would be narratively correct for them, but at the same time maybe a little competitive. I'm not going for super high-end net lists, but I do want to try something that will be interesting. So for the very first city that I'm going to do, it will be the Greywater Fastness from the realm of Ghyran, the realm of life. The Greywater Fastness is known for its Ironweld arsenal, as well as its shooting, basically. It's a shooting city, if you want to look at it that way. And so for this one, I've got a combination of Dispossessed, I brought in Stormcast Eternals, and also some free people. So to start off, I got my general, who is a Rune Lord, and I gave him Drill Master as the command trait, which gives him a 12-inch bubble of everybody rerolling ones to hit when shooting, as long as he's not in combat. Also brought a Cogsmith, which will be his adjuvant. This is a Cities of Sigmar rule, that when he's close to the Rune Lord, I have chances to get some more command points. And then representing the local storm host, I've got a LORD-ORDINATOR, because he's going to be there to buff the Warmachines, because he's good at that. Just lets them hit better. And then we've, of course, got a couple battle mages to take advantage of the Greyfast specific spells, as well as the Realm of Shadow spells that we will be playing with. On to my battle line, I just went heavy into shooting. So I got 3 units of 20 free people handgunners, and then I also have 1 unit of 20 dispossessed iron drakes. So just hoping it'll have a lot of firepower. Pretty straightforward, but still lots of bodies to soak up hits as well as grab objectives. Now, of course, for the main event, which is the artillery, as much as they're being protected by the handgunners and iron drakes, I'm really hoping that they'll shine. The Lord-Ordinator brought along a couple of CELESTAR ballistas to help him out. And then we have a couple of Hellstorm volley guns. Now one of these is a proxy. I believe it's actually an organ gun, but we only have the one Hellstorm volley gun right now and nothing really else for the Ironweld. And so I wanted to be able to show off what they can do. I could actually bring another one. You can bring an extra artillery with this city, but you know, this is enough for the 2,000 points as it is. I also brought the WARSCROLL battalion for the Greywater Fastness that lets the Hellstorm volley guns fire twice in the first battle round only. So that gets me an extra command point, extra artifacts, and I paid for an extra command point for this army.
Alright, so I'm going to be playing 2,000 points of my Hedonites of Slaanesh. I'm really excited to be bringing these guys today because they got a new FAQ, which kind of reduced, not necessarily their punching power, but how effective they are. So with the new FAQ, now with their Always Strikes Last ability, the Locus of Diversion, it used to be on a 4+ for characters across the board. Now it's on a 5+. For Keeper of Secrets, it used to be a 2+, now it's a 3+. I think this is a really good change for the Slaanesh all across the board. They used to be top 66% for winning, so I think this is a fantastic thing for Hedonites of Slaanesh all across the board. Additionally, for their summoning, they saw a 15-point increase all across the board. So I'm really excited to see a dumbed down version of all of their summoning. It's going to be a lot harder to summon things, but I think this is a fantastic thing that's happened for the Hedonites of Slaanesh. Going into my army composition, my warlord today is going to be the Contorted Epitome. The command trait that I've been taken is going to be Trail Sniffer. If I'm within wholly of my enemy territory, I get to roll a die on a 3+, I get 1 extra attack. Additionally, for my artifact, I'm going to be taking the Camo of the Dark Prince. This allows me to, once I pop this artifact, it's only once per game, I get 1 extra command point, and then everything around me gets an 18-inch aura of Do Not Flee. Next up, I have Shalaxi Hellbane. This is the first time I'm taking Shalaxi in AOS, so I'm pretty excited to see what she can do. She's not as strong as a regular Keeper of Secrets, but she's fantastic at character hunting. So I'm excited to see what she can do. Next up, we have a Bladebringer on Exalted Seeker Chariot. I have taken her before. She's not that bad as a character, but she has a ton of movement. She's going to be supporting the rest of my battalion. Moving on to my battle line, we have a bunch of Hellstriders. These guys are nice and cheap, clocking out at 100 points each, so I have 3 units of 5. Moving on, we have a big squad of Seekers, and we have here 10 of them. This squad here is going to be acting as my anvil for the rest of my army to act as the hammer and clock in right inside them. We have another unit here of Seekers, a nice little squad here of 5, and funny enough, all of my Hellstriders and Seekers all are battle line. We have a unit of 3 Fiends of Slaanesh. Fiends can actually be quite dangerous. They are kind of the sleeper of the army. They are 210 points, so a little bit expensive, but I'm excited to see what they can do in today's army. I had some points left over, didn't really know what to do with them, so I took 1 extra command point, and then I took RAVENAK'S Gnashing Jaws. Don't really know if it's going to come into play, but hey, you never know what can happen. And being God Seekers for today, I normally don't take God Seekers, but I'm excited to see what they can do. I do have to take 2 Seeker CAVALCADE battalions. These are pretty expensive, clocking in at 140 points each, and I have to take 2 of them. So that's what unlocks all the Seekers and the Hellstriders. And that's going to be 2,000 points, or 1990. Good year. And we'll see what they can do against Matthew's army.
We're going to be playing Star Strike from General's Handbook 2019. This one is pretty interesting. The deployment is on the long table edges, 24 inches from each other, whereas your territory is half the table. We're going to be fighting over 3 objectives, but we don't know where the objectives are. At the start of the second battle round, we are going to randomly decide where the first objective shows up. It's going to be a point along the middle of the table. And then at the beginning of the third battle round, 2 more objectives show up, 1 on each side of our deployment. Still random where it shows up though. The objectives are worth a number of victory points equal to the current battle round. So in turn 3, there were 3 points. In turn 4, 4 points. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. Now that I've seen Vito's army, I'm kind of terrified. I'm not sure if you caught on to all the stuff that he has, but essentially his Seekers can move 14 inches, run 2d6 inches, and still charge. And I think they get +1 of their charge as well. And on top of that, because of his battalions, all his Seekers and Hellstriders, if they get within 6 inches of me, they're kind of in combat, because they're allowed to actually pile into 6 inches and fight. So all he actually has to do is advance far enough to get within 6 inches. He doesn't even have to make a charge, which sucks because my gunners will shoot at you after you charge them. So I realized that he's going to get there, so what I did was essentially try to screen everything in multiple ranks, set up a gun line, which isn't great for this scenario, but I'm just hoping to be able to kill him fast enough that that won't matter. So on my one flank, I've got 2 screening units of the gunners with a battle mage. And that second line is more than 3 inches from the front of the first line, so it'll be hard for him to engage both of them right away. I know he can next turn get there easily enough, or during my turn, but at least it gives me a turn of shooting at him, depending on who goes first, because he was going to finish deploying first anyways. On the other side, I decided to dig in more heavy. It's where I have all my artillery, and I have the unit of screening handgunners, and then a unit of screening iron drakes as well. So I'm hoping that when he comes on in super fast, that I'll be able to hold him off long enough to shoot all those guys out and then just take the field.
So I have a pretty simple strategy for my deployment. If it's fast, I must. On my right flank, we have all of my Hellstriders and my Fiends. The Fiends are probably going to be trying to sneak in around as best they can into Matthew's handgunners. Near towards my middle, I put Shalaxi along with my Contorted Epitome. Maybe the Contorted Epitome might be upgraded, but that's why Shalaxi is there, to give her a little bit of pat on the back. Along with all of my Seekers are also being accompanied with Shalaxi as well, so I'm hoping to get them into Matthew's lines as quickly as possible. I don't know if I want to go first or not. I'm going to let the dice decide, and then even if the dice do, I have no idea what's going to happen. So we're just going to try to get into Matthew's lines as quickly as possible.
Vito, you finished deploying first.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
I have no idea, so I'm going to let this little thing decide. On a 4+, I'm going first. Apparently I'm going first.
That's strategy.
Yeah. Turn 1 for my hero phase. Don't really have much to do, so I'm just going to go ahead and cast the Mystic Shield. Contorted Epitome, going on to my unit of Seekers. Looking for a 6. Ooh, and we get it with a 10.
My battle mage is not in range to unbind.
That's all I got for my hero phase. On to the movement. Turn 1 for the Hedonites of Slaanesh and their movement phase. I decided to move up my entire army forwards, getting everyone right on up there. For my right flank, the Fiends moved on up just their 12 inches, getting them nice and comfortable where they are. They may act as a second line of defense. Hellstriders keeping on up with them. Hellstriders on the right to the middle, they are going to try a little bit of a charge, trying to get into those gunners. I don't know if they're going to make it, but I'm certainly going to try. And then also the Hellstriders right behind them, they're also going to act as a second line of defense for the Hellstriders. There's a lot of Hellstriders. So they're just going to act as a second line of defense. The Bladebringer, unfortunately, it's a bit slow being a chariot that it is, so I'm going to have to act a little bit, I don't know how it's going to go, but we shall see. I'm a little bit more confident on my left flank. I decided to advance my 2d6 with my big unit of Seekers. I'm really happy what they got. They moved 20 inches and they do get +1 to their charge, so really happy what they got. Technically, they are within 6 inches of combat range within Matthew's unit. However, I'm electing not to be within combat, so they are going to make their charge. I did decide to run with my Contorted Epitome. I do want a little bit of support with characters. I know I'm not going to be within my locus of diversion range, but that's okay with me. I didn't decide to run with Shalaxi. I think I should have, but I think this may have been a bit of a blunder. I'm okay with it. We shall see what's going to happen here. So I just decided to move her regular movement. And then on my far left flank, I decided to run with them as well, getting 20 inches with my Seekers, and I'm going to give Matthew something to think about as they're going to try to swing on the far left. Let's see how it goes. No shooting within range, so right to charge. Hellstriders now charging into the gunners. Looking for a 10. Ooh, and we get a 6, but I do have a banner, which allows me to reroll. Oh, got a 7. We'll try with these Hellstriders into the exact same unit of gunners, still looking for a 10. Getting a 7. Re-rolling for the banner. And a 7. Seekers are going to try a charge, seeing as how their brothers are pretty bad at it, and they're going to go into the gunners. Seekers do get +1 to their charge.
I need 5.
Ooh, get a 7.
Oh, 8.
8, yeah. Ooh.
Now I'm going to stand and shoot. Handgunners have a special rule that when an enemy unit charges within 3 inches of them, as long as they don't have another enemy unit within 3 inches, they can fire. They can only do this once per turn, though. I'm going to be hitting on 4s, because I have enemies within 3. There's a white die in here, that's my long rifle. Oh my. 3s to wound! Oh boy. Oh boy! Ren -1, so you get a 6-up save. The green is the 2 damage one. Ooh, 3 6s. 10 wounds inflicted, killing 5 of them. Woo!
Ooh, that is big, Matthew.
I rolled quite well there.
Unit of Seekers over here. We're going to try to charge right through this little doorway into the unit of gunners. I'm looking for a 7-inch charge.
+1. Ooh, you got it.
Right
just
on the
barely.
dot. So this guy's going to go right through the doorway, and his banner doesn't fit.
That's okay. We know that
he knows he's in there. That's the intent. And everyone else just kind of trails behind him.
I cannot stand and shoot them because I currently have a unit within 3, and I've already used it on that unit.
So because I'm God Seekers, at the end of my charge phase, I receive D3 depravity points if I made a successful charge. It'd be D6 if I made 3 successful charges. D3 depravity points for 3 depravity points.
Combat phase. Who's going first?
I'm going to go ahead with these ladies first. We are going to be hitting you on 3s.
Yeah.
And because 6s count as an extra 2 because of euphoric killer special rule.
2 extra or 1 extra?
1 extra. If there'd be 2 extra, or there'd be 3 extra if there was 20 or more in the squad.
I see. So basically you've made up for your 2 misses.
Yeah. Looking for 4s to wound.
These are -1 Ren, so I get no save. 7 dead so far. Let's see what the mounts do.
I'm gonna try to give you the tongue on 3s. 4s to wound.
No Ren, so 6 up save. I make 1, so 4 more die. It's 11 dead total. I'm going to draw from this side because the idea here... See, here I got a bit of a trick, because, or not, it's tricky for me is what I want to say. I want to pull from here so these guys can't pile in too far. But the problem is that on my turn, these guys are going to be able to pile in during my combat phase because they can pile in 6 inches. So I'm hoping to have them all dead before they can do that. So this is the chance I'm going to take. I'm going to take 11 all the way up to here. So basically those ones die. On to my turn to choose. I'm going to choose, obviously, the handgunners, the only one that I can, but this is important because I'm going to use this one. I'm going to pile in and block the doorway, so only one of the Seekers can fight. And now it's a little tricky, though, because once they get over here, I'm closer to this side, so I'm just going to have to spread out and get back into coherency. There. 2 daggers, watch out! 5s to hit! Woo! And then you can fight back with these lovely Seekers.
We have 2 piercing claws attacks hitting on 3s. Hey, we got a 6 in there, so we add 1.
3 out of 2 hits.
4s to wound.
Oh, that's 2 dead so far.
And then time to give you the tongue on 3s. Hey, adding 1 more. 4s to wound. Getting 1.
6 up save. No. 3 die in total. So I'm actually going to go 1, 2, 3. Morale phase. Starting with your Seekers, you lost 5.
So on a 6, I'll lose someone. I think I'm going to risk it. 5, 4, they're okay.
And I'm left wondering if I should bother with Inspiring Presence on these 6 handgunners. I do have a lot of command points right now. I've got 3 already, thanks to artifacts and all sorts of other things. But is it worth keeping 6 handgunners? I'm not going to Inspiring Presence them, so they're probably all going to run. They're Bravery 6 right now with the banner. I lost 14, so I'm losing minimum 8, plus actually minimum 9, so they're just going to run. End of Slaanesh, turn 1. You charged up, you killed my FREEGUILD gunners, or the 1 unit, lost a few guys in the process, and failed a bunch of charges, giving me an opportunity here to see if I can do some damage back. Because at the start of the hero phase, my warlord, or my general, is within 3 inches of my adjutant. On a 4+, I get a command point. Booyah. My rune lord can chant a couple of prayers, so let's do that now. We're going to start with the one from Greywater Fastness, Rune of Unfaltering Aim, to give it +1 to hit. 2+.
Ooh,
oh, good start. Good start, yeah. And then he's going to try to pray for Forge Fire, which will give them +1 rend on the Iron Drakes. 2+. Okay, got that one. Now we got some spells from my Battle Mages, starting with Shield of Thorns. Battle Mage on one side will use this, and he's going to cast it, hopefully, on the handgunners out front. 5 to cast. Oh, that's a 10.
I'm going to try and stop that with a Contorted Epitome. She does get to unbind 2, and she gets to reroll if she fails. I'm going to try to reroll that. Ooh.
No. These will now have Shield of Thorns. If you charge them, basically, then you take D3 mortal wounds. My other Battle Mage is going to cast a Ulgu spell, Enfeebling, onto these Seekers. It'll allow me to reroll failed wound rolls against them. Needs a 6. Oh, nope. That's all I got for the hero phase, so start to move. Done! Now, I've got a lot of command points, and Greywater Fastness has access to a command ability called Salvo Fire, where a hero can give a handgunner or Iron Drake unit wholly within 12 inches +1 to hit. +1 to hit. +1 to hit. +1 to hit. We're going to start with the Iron Drakes. Now, because they did not move and there's no enemies within 3 inches, they get +1 attack, so they're 2 shots each. Furthermore, they're wholly within 12 inches of my Rune Lord who has Drill Master, so they will get to reroll 1s to hit. And they already have the +1 to hit, so they're hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. We're going to split up their fire. We're going to start with we're going to do the Torpedo into your named Keeper of Secrets. We're going to put 9 of the other guns into these Seekers who are currently enfeebled, and then 10 of the other guns into the other Seekers on this side. Start with the Torpedo firing at your Keeper. 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. 3s to wound. Just 1.
6 up save. Oh, nope.
D6 damage. Oh, only 2. Now 9 of their cannons into the Seekers, who are enfeebled. 2s to hit, re-rolling 1s. So all hit. 3s to wound, and you're enfeebled, so it didn't matter. They're dead anyways. Yes, the buffed -2 rend means that you don't get a save, and so that was 13 wounds already. Add in the other 10 into your fresh Seekers. 2s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Oh, 1 re-roll. All hit. 3s to wound, but no re-rolls here. Yeah, it didn't matter. And that just wiped them out. Holy cow, Iron Drakes. Handgunners in the back here are going to fire at your Hellstriders. Now they have +1 to hit from the command ability, and they also have +1 to hit because they stood still and there's no enemies within 3 inches. So they're hitting on 2s. 2s to hit, no rerolls. 3s to wound. Oh! And that was the long rifle too.
5-up saves. We're just going to lose these 3 because I don't need the banner anymore.
My front line will fire at the other Hellstrider squad because I could do a lot more damage than that and I don't want to overkill. 2s to hit. 3s to wound. Let's do a little better there. I didn't get that one.
5-up again. These 3 are going to die because I want the champion in there.
Who's going to take the one?
We'll put on the champion.
We've got my HELBLASTER volley guns. Now, because of the WARSCROLL battalion that they are part of, they get to fire twice in the first battle round. And we've got all sorts of buffs going on. We've got the LORD-ORDINATOR giving them +1 to their hit roll, so they hit on 3s. We've got the Cogsmith, who's an engineer, who will let them re-roll their number of shots. They can re-roll any number of the dice, because they get to either shoot D6, 2d6, or 3d6, but if they roll any doubles, they take a mortal wound and don't shoot. So it's a tough choice, because I want to do 3d6, but it's roughly a 50-55% chance that you roll double, but I can re-roll any of the dice. It's risky. And I don't care about the mortal wound, it's just not shooting at all. I'd rather roll 2d6 shots than nothing. They get to fire twice. But maybe, you know what? I'm going to have one of them do 3d6 both times, and then one do 2d6 both times. So our proxy, which is actually an organ gun being a volley gun, is going to be the one that takes the big risk. And we're going to keep firing at your named Keeper of Secrets. What's his name again?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, okay.
Shalaxi Hellbane.
Shalaxi Hellbane. Until it is dead or I am out of shots. First volley, 3d6 shots. We got a 6, 3, and a 1. I'm keeping it. There's no doubles in there. 3s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Ow! Oh, that sucks! Okay. 3s to wound. Oh, goodness.
3. 5-up save. Oh!
My goodness.
1 damage?
Yeah.
Bringing Shalaxi down to 11 wounds and giving me 6 depravity points.
3d6 more shots. We got 5, 3, and 2, so 10 again. 3s to hit, re-rolling 1s. That's a little better because, yeah, better. 3s to wound. Okay, that's more like it.
Come on, Tommy, I need you. 5s. That's not good.
5 get through.
Down to 6 wounds remaining.
Screw it. The other one's doing 3d6 as well. I'm getting greedy. Ha! Oh, okay, hold on. I can re-roll any of the dice. So as long as I don't roll a 4 or a 6 with this die, we got at least 10 shots, right? Ah! Oh! 1 mortal wound. Takes a mortal wound, bringing him down to 6, but more importantly, he doesn't get to fire. Okay, I should have read its rule a little better. It actually says it can't shoot in that phase, so I can't even try to shoot again. Well, then we're going to go check with the CELESTAR Ballista into Mr. Cruise. The one out front is close enough to rapid fire, so 4 shots. Normally hitting on 5s, but with the LORD-ORDINATOR giving +1, it'll be 4s. And there's no rerolls here because it's not Iron Weld. And each hit is d6 hits. So 2d6 hits. Oh, carb. 3s to wound.
Oh. 1. 6-up save. Oh, that goes through. Down to 5 wounds and 12 depravity points.
So I'm not likely to kill him because of some bad dice rolls there. The other ballista is going to fire a single shot. You hit on 2s instead of 4s. That's, well, I got a 4. D6 hits, though. You got 5 wounds left, so I'm looking for a 5 or a 6. 4. And then 3s to wound. Whoa! 4 more wounds.
6s? Hey, you got 1 in there, so 3 wounds go through.
Only one other gun. My Cogsmith has a Grudge Raker, but he's out of range. I can't kill that Keeper. Charge phase, done. Combat phase, finito. In the morale phase, you've lost 3 from each of these units, but their leadership 10, so they can't fail. Scratch that. They've only got bravery 6. There's a possibility that more of them will run.
Oh, so this is actually pretty bad because I'm a 4+ and a 4+. I'm not going to risk it. I've got a bunch of command points right now, so I'm going to spend 1 and 1 for Inspiring Presence. They're sticking around. Well, ow, I did not expect that to happen. I have no idea how I'm going to come back from that. We need to see, well, maybe how the double turn goes. So let's get right to it, folks.
Start of the second battle round, we roll to see where the first comet comes in. It's going to come along the line in the middle, and a 2d6 will determine exactly where. Here's our 2d6. 7 is the middle. We got a 3. That's going to be hard left. The first one shows up right there. Now, I knew that it was going to be close to you, but that's far away from my important guys. Vito, you ready for the random turn roll?
I don't know anymore.
This game mechanic is most lethal when one army or both armies are really good at shooting or lots of magic.
Yeah.
Because it just means they get to shoot twice without any repercussions.
Yeah.
Close combat armies don't care quite as much about this. Well, except that you care about it because I'm a shooting army.
Yeah, I need to get right into the lines. And the fact that you can...
Okay, just do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
But you win ties.
Yeah. Well,
you ready?
Yeah.
Just at the same time, just rip the band-aid. Go! Oh, no! Oh, no! Okay.
Oh, no.
Shooting phase again. So, that is harsh. That's harsh. That's harsh. Part of me is like almost wanting to give you the turn as I'm feeling bad, but I have a funny feeling if I gave you the turn, you'd probably actually do lots of damage. Oh, no. I gotta shoot again. I just gotta do it. For Greywater Fastness!
You know what? I've lost a lot of models already. I'm gonna lose my Keeper Secrets. So you know what? We're gonna do one for the homies. Whenever you lose that many models, you throw a dice over your shoulder for the homies.
My adjutant whispers into the Rune Lord's ears, saying, "Hey, I think we got this." That on a 4+ gives me another command point, just to rub it in. And then we're gonna do some prayers with my Rune Lord. Rune of Unfaltering Aim on a 2+. Yeah! He's going to give it to this volley gun to give him +1 to hit. Then he'll pray for Forge Fire for the Iron Drakes to get an extra rend. 2+! Yeah, okay. Straight to movement phase. I don't care about my spells. I'm just going to go whoop and whoop. And then blammo! So now into the shooting phase. Actually, I'm going to start with the CELESTAR Ballista right here, rapid firing into your Keeper Secrets. Hit on 4s with rapid fire. Whoa, no. Oh, no. 4d6 hits. Okay, 13 hits. 3s to wound. Oh, golly, he's dead.
All right, I can do it. 6s. Watch.
You need 8 of them. Yep, no.
Just like in the movie, they are all perfect. If you guys know where that's from. That's awful. Oh my god, he's dead.
Then as many Iron Drakes are in range, we'll fire at your EPITOME. But before that, we're going to use the Greywater Fastness command ability again. That lets me give units +1 to hit. Here, here, and here. So now the Iron Drakes will fire at your Epitome. 2s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Ha! Look at that, all of them hit.
Really, Matthew?
3s to wound, -2 rend. Ouch.
She's dead.
Oh, only a 5-up save normally?
Yeah, she's dead.
Oh, goodness.
Matthew? She's dead. Hey! One for the homies.
Handgunners in the back are going to go whap into those Hellstriders. 2s to hit. Ooh, look at all those 1s that I can't reroll. Really wish I had a reroll 1 over there. 3s to wound. Oh, not bad.
5-up save, and they're dead.
Yeah. Blammo. About half of these gunners are going to fire at the Hellstriders over there that they can see, and the other half will fire at the Hellstriders over here that they can see. The first 10 shots on 2s and 3s.
5-up save. Oh.
That's exactly how many wounds they had left. And the other 10 with the long gunner hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s. Not bad.
5-yuppers.
Oh,
no.
Not bad.
These 2 will die.
Oh, just 1.
Oh, just 1. Yeah,
so
so
let's go. The rest of my artillery is actually out of range. So that's something.
Ooh, okay, not too great. I do have a morale check over here on a 6+.
Oh, no.
All right, he's had enough. He's going away.
Nope.
All right, so Matthew hit me pretty hard again. I currently hold this objective, but I won't score it until my actual turn proper. So current score right now is 0-0. Hero phase for the Hedonites of Slaanesh. I'm going to cast Soul Slice Shards. If this goes off on a 5, if I am successful, I roll 2d6 and I compare it to the unit's bravery. For every point that I'm above, they're going to take a mortal wound. I'm going to go for my bringer into this unit right over here of gunners. Looking for that 5. Ooh, and we get it with an 8.
My battle mage will attempt to unbind. You do a 9 or higher. Oh! That about sums it up, right?
Yeah. Turn 2 for the Hedonites of Slaanesh is not looking that good. I have a couple ideas how I'm going to remedy this. Not that much went on in my hero phase. Overall, I'm just going to be moving everything back. I do not want to engage Matthew any more than I have to, so everything is just pulling back. I do have the objective right now, so I don't have to stay anywhere near it. And right now, I'm going to be playing the War of Attrition. I know there's a minority chance that I can win this game, so we're going to see what happens. I did go ahead and summon 10 Demonettes. That costed me 6 depravity points. I'm sitting on 1 left. I don't know what I can do with it. And right now, it's just going to be a waiting game. I just have to wait and see where the rest of those objectives fall. Shooting phase. That was fun. Done. Combat, morale, all that jazz. I'm done. I'm just going to sit here.
And at the end of your turn, you are still controlling this objective because you continue to control an objective until it's taken from you, scoring you 2 points because that is the current battle round, bringing the score to 2-0 at the end of turn 2. Let's see where the objectives drop. Vito's going to roll for us to see where the objectives are going to drop. And where the objectives are going to drop is going to be... one showed up over on your side, right where you want, and the other one showed up with my handgunners right where I don't want.
Oh.
So maybe.
This might still be a game.
Random turn. Now, Vito, you could really use a double turn right now to start racking up points.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm going to get to that objective sooner than later.
All right.
I win ties.
All right, come on, Vest. Come on.
Oh! Don't worry. I can't do much damage to you, if any. As per the Cities of Sigmar allegiance ability, I'm going to whisper into his ears and try to give him a command point. 4+. Look at that, 3 for 3. My Rune Lord is going to pray again. Let's give +1 rend. Let's see if I get it first before I decide who. I'm going to give it to the Iron Drakes. And then I'm going to pray to heal this 1 gun. 2+, I get D3 back. We'll heal the 1 wound. Time to cast Bridge of Shadows. This is a spell from the Realm of Ulgu, the Realm of Shadows, which will let me choose a unit within 12 inches and teleport them wholly within 24 inches of the caster, more than 9 inches from enemies. I need a 6 to cast. You're not close enough to unbind. Oh, you're so lucky! That would have taken handgunners and put them like right up here, both to grab the objective and to start shooting down guys. It's tricky. I definitely have more firepower and I can destroy them, but I got to get there. My artillery is all but useless for pretty much the rest of the game because of where the objectives dropped, so he's very fortunate there. But he did not get the double turn, which is unfortunate for him. So I ran up with my gunners. I used a command point to make sure they ran their full distance and they grabbed the center objective, which is going to be a problem for Vito Slaanesh. And then I just ran everything else up. I was really hoping for that teleport through the 1 spell, because then next turn I could teleport something else and really get up there. I forgot to use the Realm of Shadows ability to teleport something that was within 6 inches of the table edge. And now that I say that, I realize I've moved everything out of that range too. And so it's just running. Everything ran to try to get up. I've grabbed 2 objectives, so it puts me ahead, and I still got a healthy lead with how much firepower I have left. But let's see what happens. No shooting, charge, combat, or morale phase. Well, technically, all of those happen with nothing in them. At the end of my turn 3, I control both of these objectives, worth 3 points each, because that is the round number, bringing the score 6-2. It's close, but I think Slaanesh has a chance to have a comeback here. Let's find out in their turn.
Going into my hero phase, I'm going to do Mystic Shield onto my Fiends. Looking for a 6. Ooh, and we get it to 7.
I'll try to unbind it. Need an 8 or higher. Oh, no spells for you.
Yeah. Slaanesh movement, turn number 3. I'm just going for it. I need to annihilate my right flank or Matthew's left flank. If I can get those gunners down, I have a really good shot to making this a 8-6 in my favor. And then who knows, maybe I can get that double turn. So let's get right to it. Time to do some charges with my exalted Bladebringer into the gunners.
You need a 10-inch charge. Command point reroll?
Yup.
Sorry, I should be clear. It's a command ability to reroll charges.
Okay.
You're a hero, so you can do it to yourself.
One shot, one opportunity.
Oh! I saw the 6 first.
Joe Pesci, why? Fiends of Slaanesh going into the gunners. Go get them,
You need
boys.
6. You need 6. You got 7. Pew, 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 pew.
Give them the tongues.
And then I will stand and shoot. Hitting on 4s. Oh, wasn't nearly as good as before. 3s to wound. Huh, okay. -1 Ren, so 6 up save. Ooh, all 7 get through. Almost killed 2.
And this one drops down to 1.
Your Hell Riders or Hell Striders don't have to charge because they're already within 6 inches.
So they shouldn't go and make some friends.
So hold on, are you activating them first then? In the combat phase? So in the combat phase, who's going first?
I'm gonna have these guys go ahead first. The
Hell Striders?
So yeah, just gonna go ahead and pile in.
They can pile in 6 inches, and they can be elected to fight even with when they're 6 inches away. So, only 2 are in, so 4 attacks.
Hitting on 3s. 4s to wound. All right, let's give you the tongues on 3s.
Oh no, Vito, what is going on, Vito?
No, not today, Matthew.
4s to wound. Okay, my turn.
This one's for the homies.
Well, I will pile in with my handgunners, who will bravely try to take the last wound off of your fiend. But we're only gonna get that many in, and then we'll just pile in the rest. 8 attacks, 5s and 5s, Vito. It's got to do 1 wound. So we got 2 hits. 5s to wound. Oh! He's alive. Just want to point out that I should have had -1 to hit them with my melee weapons. Didn't matter because I didn't hurt them. So hit me with your deadly pincers.
On 3s.
3s to wound, but 6s do D3 damage.
Whoa.
So 4 die. I'll take it from the back to keep holding that objective.
Gonna do our barb steer on a 3. No.
Morale phase, you haven't lost enough to worry about morale. I've lost 4 right here. And bravery 6 plus 1 for having at least 10 guys. So I have 7. So as long as I roll 1, 2, or 3, nobody will run. So there's a 1. Unfortunately, that was so pitiful, no offense, that you don't have enough models here to grab that objective.
Yep. 1 shot, 1 opportunity.
1 shot. 1.
Close.
At this point, we've done some very simple math. The score is 6 to 5 because you just scored 3 points for that objective. If you don't roll and now get the double turn at a turn 4, then I simply will be able to continue to hold this objective. I'll be able to shoot, kill at least 1 more fiend. You could get lucky and kill them all, but not likely. Best case scenario is you kill them and I don't get the points. Whereas then my handgunners with a combination of spells and command abilities will most likely kill your chariot. And then it's going to be a slow grind to death as my artillery come in, as I teleport somebody over. And yeah, so really you want this double turn.
I need the double turn.
Yeah, let's see if you get it.
All right.
I win ties.
You win ties, Matthew.
I think I've won every one of these rolls so far, haven't I?
Do you get a lot of ties for Christmas? Birthdays?
No.
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 Maybe I should get you one.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But I didn't win a tie. I didn't roll a tie. Oh, there's a 6! Here's us talking away.
All right, get invested, folks.
Okay. If I roll a 6, it's game over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So how do you like that? Down to 1 die roll.
All right.
A 1 in 6 chance that I just win the game, and then a 5 in 6 chance that I might still win the game. Here we go.
Don't do
Here we
it.
go.
Matthew.
Here we go. Here we go.
Matthew.
Here we go. Here we go.
No.
Here we go.
Matthew.
Ah! It
What?
doesn't count. It doesn't count. No! I said it didn't count. It was off the table.
You monster.
It
You
was
monster.
it was off the table. It didn't count.
You monster.
Here we go.
Don't do it, Matthew.
Oh no!
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
People can still hear you.
I'm done, Matthew.
You can shout, but your microphone.
Leave me alone, Matthew.
Come back. We gotta do a post game, Vito. Oh, we gotta do a post game, Vito. Where are you going?
It's locked.
Post game time. There was a chance.
Yeah.
If you had got a double turn in either of those turns, then I actually believe that you could have won the scenario.
No.
So the fact that I won every single random roll off.
Oh, your dice rolls today? Oh my goodness, they were incredible.
Yeah. Now, I have to say, while I don't disagree with that totally, I don't think it was dice rolls of the shooting that did it. because the handgunners actually performed suboptimally, except for that first stand and shoot. It was all the buffs I could do.
Oh yeah,
+1s to hit, reroll 1s, extra rend. The Iron Drakes just they alone did tons of damage to your army. So Greywater Fastness I can see being a fun army to build. The way I built it though, I don't think is actually optimal because you showed the serious weakness of it. I killed 3/4 of your army, and there was still a chance that you were going to win simply because I have no mobility.
Yeah, I was able to outmaneuver. Yeah.
I feel like my artillery actually was a bit of a drag, that there was too much of it, which ironically is what Greywater Fastness is more about. It's about artillery and about handgunners and Iron Drakes. I'd almost honestly consider dropping all of that artillery and replacing it with greatswords or more Iron Drakes, or even a unit or two of something that has some mobility.
Like what?
I don't know what. There's a lot to choose from for Cities of Sigmar.
You were saying what's about 900 and change?
It was about, if you took out the battle mages, because the battle mages were meant to be the heroes that kind of followed the handgunners and allowed them to use the command abilities and then some of the spells as well. But so I think it was more like 700 to 800 points of artillery and the heroes to run that artillery. There was a 300 points of just heroes to buff the artillery. And so if I removed all of that, or most of that, I don't know, maybe even just some basic like pistoliers, whatever you want to call those, the pistoliers, for the free guild, just on horseback, not to do any damage, but just to be able to run off and grab objectives.
Or harass too.
Yeah, or even just having foot soldiers like greatswords, because then their job would be, rather than stand and form a gun line, they could move up, and then the handgunners could stay behind them, 4 inches behind them. Yeah. So then the greatswords can actually fight pretty hard as it is, and then that allows my army to actually advance forward. Now, I was fighting against an army of Seekers and Hellstriders who I knew could basically get their one turn, so it forced me to deploy in such a way that basically cut you off. Yeah. And that cut off my mobility as well. So I still see it as a big weakness for the Greywater. And so I think, yeah, I think just throwing in some melee units so that they will have a reason to move forward, that could make a big difference. Now, having said that, even if I had that, your guys were in my face right away. And so you have that huge advantage of just kind of pushing your opponent back and then grabbing objectives. So we saw that, and we were almost there. Just had to make one of the random turn roll-offs, and I think you would have won the game. The later one was more of a Hail Mary, but the earlier one, if you had gotten that turn 2 to 3 double turn, then I think you would have flat out won the game because you could have racked up enough points that I couldn't catch up. And that could make a big difference. And you could have placed your guys in such a way to keep me away from the objective, so I'd have to spend an extra turn to kill your guys to get to that objective. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I was really nervous after you took out almost about 3/4 of my army. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then it really came down to a mobility game because you're pretty slow, but you had the firepower to take me out. And then, yeah, I just had to kind of play that cat and mouse game. And then that came down to that one Hail Mary, and then it just didn't work.
You rolled poorly for your combat at one turn.
Yeah.
And like, you'd rolled a lot of 2s and 1s and 3s, and you needed 4s. Because if all you did was kill a few more of those handgunners, then morale could have done a lot of work there too. And even if you hadn't grabbed the objective, you knew, because now that I had so many guys left over, it's like, well, if he doesn't go next, then I just stand there and I just shoot.
The double turn too could have really helped. Yeah, the fact that you rolled 2 6s, 1 on the floor, and it didn't count. Matthew's a monster.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
So in an interesting way, we got to see some of the new FAQ Slaanesh stuff. We saw that it was a lot harder for you to summon.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But part of that was also because of my army.
Yeah, there's no really way to get the depravity points.
Yeah, I didn't have big bags of depravity points, like when you fight my Iron Jaws or the Ogre Maw tribes, which are literally big, fleshy bags of depravity points. Yeah. Which sounds really dirty when I said it that way. What I mean is that they have like 2 wounds or 3 wounds or 4 wounds, and so as you're hitting them with your characters, you're just slicing through that and getting lots of depravity. But here, no. And so you got to summon in 1 unit, and that unit in the end didn't make a difference.
No, not at all.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, I think if you had a little bit more mobility and close combat, the list would have been well-rounded overall, and I think I would have been even more scared of it.
I haven't played a shooty army in Age of Sigmar for a while. It was interesting to do that. Not a big fan of it, to be honest. It was fun, but I could see myself getting tired of that really quick because I love mobility. I love outmaneuvering my opponent. Yeah. And this army really just told me, hold still, because everybody gets advantages when they don't move. And I don't like that. I don't like being told, if you don't move, you get a +1 to hit. Because then all of a sudden it's like, but I want to move. I want to get in a better position, but that +1 hit's a big deal. Or the Iron Drakes, +1 attack if they don't move. It's huge.
Yeah.
They double their attacks if they don't move. And that's just begs you to form a gun line and never move throughout the whole game.
I've played armies where they're gun lines, and from my playstyle, they're just no fun. You just kind of stay there, you shoot, you do your one thing, and then. Whereas when you're playing armies that have a lot of mobility, you're really getting into the nitty gritty of, I think, the game. It's a lot more tactical.
Yeah, it feels that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like I was just rolling dice and watching your guys disappear. There was some choices I had to make, like who to shoot.
Yeah.
But I really think the game plays more strongly in the movement phase, and the fact that I didn't even have a movement phase for one of my turns kind of shows that. So, interesting army. I might try some variations on it as I explore the Cities of Sigmar. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. We'll be playing more Age of Sigmar, so stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. Happy working.
But in the vault right now, we have a brand new battle rep where Luke is going to play some Bone Reapers, and I'm going to play some Phoenix Temple, the Phoenicium, in the MiniWarGaming vault right now. We will be playing remotely. Luke is way over there on my monitor. Now remember, if you're not already a vault member, you click the link below. You have a 7-day free trial to watch this new battle rep.